Not only are they finding weird stuff in people's bodies, do you remember Bill Gates's ID 2020 666? ID 2020 666. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Google it. That's all I'm gonna talk about. I love you, Andre. You have a good day. I'm at the Los Angeles Central Library. I can speak right now. Brain fog. Okay, peace. I love you, Andre. Okay, you see this? That's all I can say, but this is, I can't speak too much more on this, but I'm going to show you something. Target individual. So, okay, do you see this? He's been talking about this stuff since 2021. 2021. I can't really be here, okay, but you can look at it real quick. I can't really be doing this for a really long time. Blah 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 blah. It's like from 2000. Okay, there it is. There it is. Okay, they're finding weird stuff inside people's bodies. That's all I'm saying. That's it. I'm at the computer. I'm at the library. Now, I'm gonna flip over the camera, and you're gonna see that they don't need to chip you like that anymore. They don't need to chip you like that anymore. A lot of people, are finding chips inside their bodies. Okay, I'm gonna flip the camera. I'm gonna stop the camera.
Hello there. My name is Talan Godfrey, and I like to say hello. Welcome to Noise Violations. They was really loud earlier this morning, but I'm gonna let you listen to this noise violations. That's not outside. That's upstairs. Now, when it comes in the morning, they like to wake up 6 o'clock in the morning, stomping and stepping, and they were doing really bad stomping and stepping. Or 6 o'clock in the morning. 6 o'clock in the morning. It just constantly stomping and stepping. So they've been doing these noise violations for close to 2 years. Now I have some information about what's going on with Section 8 and how somebody, again, it happened since I've been here for almost 4 years. 4 years, Andre. That there is a campaign of some type to get me kicked out. Hold on. There is some type of campaign within HACLA and somebody who works in this management to get me kicked out of this building. And they've been trying for 4 years to get me kicked out through legalese, okay? Lawfare, basically. Within, well, not technically lawfare, but they can say that I got kicked out through paperwork mismanagement, casework mismanagement. I would still be able to keep my voucher, but I will be kicked out of this building and probably won't be able to come back. But I will still maintain my voucher. But it was just an accident. It took me a really long time for me to get into this apartment in late 2019. It was hectic. 2 years just for my voucher process to start. 2 months. After I gave the management at the time my voucher, 2 months for me to come in here. 2 months, and it should have taken 2 weeks. 2 months. 2 motherfucking months to come into this mother effing apartment. And then every year around this time for the last 4 years, there's always been something weird. Paperwork was misfiled, not by me, but by them or by the management company. Paperwork misfiled, I's wasn't dotted, T's wasn't crossed, and is that how? And somehow that negatively affects me. And yet, if it's not fixed in an appropriate amount of time, I'll get kicked out. I don't worry, I got all paperwork to prove. I got all the paperwork to prove it. Okay, I lost my email account that had all the correspondence letter, but I have physical copies somewhere. But it happens again. These people have been trying to get me kicked out of this building. So I'll make a video of how somebody in Hackler, just give me one more second. I want you to listen to this. And I guess I'm happy that the kid isn't stopping and stepping on their floor, which is my ceiling. But it's been crazy amount of mess. These people been, like I said, like I've been trying to tell my family, it's just that these people, whomever they may be, been trying to get me kicked out of this building for like 2 years. It's just constant, nonstop bullcrap. So anyway, I'm gonna add this clip to the video that you're gonna be seeing soon. I'm still doing the editing process. All right. So let's get into it. I'm so sorry this video started late. So let's get it started. Come here.
We're being educated on the forms of science that they want us to consider valid, while keeping our education limited on those forms of science that may expose what they're trying to accomplish. We have PhD level biological and chemical scientists coming out of our ears that there is no such thing as a PhD in magnetobiology. What's magnetobiology? Exactly. It's the study of how electromagnetic fields, like 2.4 and 60 gig, have impacts on the human body and all biology in general. Like bees, key to our food chain.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Now you're going to see videos dealing with Mark Dice. Mark Dice is going to tell you about some of the psyops on YouTube, dealing with these people talking about gang stalking and the spirituality, gang stalking, the supernatural, all that other bullshit. Also, so let's get into it. I'm going to stop the camera right now. Okay, so there's been psychological operation campaigns for a while now. I just want to tell you, everybody hates this movie, and there have been so many fan-made versions of this movie that you've seen here, right here. These people right here claiming that this movie belongs to them. No, it doesn't. It wasn't around in 2007. This movie don't belong to them, and yet they deleted evidence about the North American Union, how these people under the Bush administration, and even though Ronald Reagan talked about combining Canada, United States, and Mexico into one super country. Reagan talked about it, it's on record. The Bush administration after 9/11 thought they were so bold, and everybody was so scared. They tried that North American Union thing again. And yet, Project for a New American Century and all the other bull crap. But what I'm pissed off is that, turn this light on. You hear those noise violations? God damn. But what I'm really pissed off is that people are not paying any attention to the past, and they claiming shit that doesn't belong to them as theirs. This pisses me off. This is not their fucking movie. And yet they edited out the North American Union, and they added a whole bunch of clips in. This is not their movie. This is not, I don't care who they are. This is not theirs. So let's see if we can go and find it, because this is going to be part of the movie that you're watching right now. I just gotta warn you about this. Okay, I'm stopping the camera. I'm gonna stop it right there.
Understand that people who try to maintain empires and create empires do it by manipulating the people they're trying to conquer.
Yes.
You might want to ask yourself why the entire culture is utterly saturated with mass media entertainment from all sides. While the educational system in America continues its stupefying downward slide since the U.S. government decided to take over and subsidize the public school system.
What your government pays for, it gets. When we understand that, then we look at government-financed institutions of education and see the kind of students and the kind of education that's being turned out by these government-financed schools. Logic will tell you that if what is being turned out in those schools was not in accord with what the state and the federal government wanted, then it would change it. The bottom line is that the government is getting what they have ordered. They do not want your children to be educated. They do not want you to think too much. That is why our country and our world has become so proliferated with entertainments, mass media, television shows, amusement parks, drugs, alcohol, and every kind of entertainment to keep the human mind entertained, so that you don't get in the way of important people by doing too much thinking. You had better wake up and understand that there are people who are guiding your life and you don't even know it.
We're in a lot of trouble.
I'm at the library, Andre. I'm at the library, so I gotta be kind of quiet. So I had to, when I counter these people who were mixing gang-stalking and spirituality, gang-stalking religion, gang-stalking supernatural, gang-stalking and the paranormal, gang-stalking and the supernatural, gang-stalking the chosen one, gang-stalking the tarot cards. These people are fake, phony, and false. All they had to do, Andre, is make a video just like 1 minute, 2 minutes long, doing nothing but bullcrap in their video, and it takes me an hour long just to prove that they are wrong. I had to make an hour-long video just to prove that they are wrong, Andre, and you are going to see this video. These people are mixing gang stalking and the spirituality, and I said that this. Anyway, these people are lying. They're not real gang stalking victims, and these people don't talk about real gang stalking. I do. I always wear these shirts, okay? I always wear these shirts. I always protest. So, Andre, I'm sorry for what happened to us. These gang stalkers came after us with the direct energy weapons and the mind control technology. Now, what I'm going to tell you is not every gang stalker has direct access to direct energy weapons and mind control technology, but a lot do, okay? Some of these gang stalkers are just perps, they're proxies. But the people who employ them, the gang stalker homeless people, the gang stalker soccer mom, the people who employ them do have access to direct energy weapons, and yes, they can read your mind. Some of them can. Alright, synthetic telepathy, Popular Mechanics Magazine, psychoelectronic weapons effects. I love you, Andre. Have a good day.
You see, science, like I said earlier, science is so advanced nowadays. They can find multiple ways to track and trace you. You don't even have to carry your freaking phone. So anybody talking about gang stalking is spiritual, gang stalking is religious, gang stalking involves the supernatural, gang stalking involves the spiritual, gang stalking involves tarot cards, and gang stalking with the devil has chosen one. Those people are lying. They don't know what the freak they're talking about, and they're trying to get you in trouble. I love you, Andre.
Hello, my name is Talan Godfrey, and I'm a real gang stalking victim. I just want to say hello to you, Andre. I'm your mom, and I'm still dealing with gang stalking. I'm still trying to fight to expose why and how we were gang stalked and see if we can get some justice. That's what I'm still fighting for, because the gang stalking has gotten worse. What they're doing now is, again, like every single time around this time, for the last 4 years since I've been here, after I was homeless. I was homeless, and then I got the housing voucher, and I moved in here. There was a faction of whomever is trying to get me kicked out. So that's what they're doing right now. They're trying to get me kicked out of this apartment again. So I'm going to have to fight again to stay in this apartment again. And it's really weird stuff going on. So they're after your mom again. Of course, this is an election season. So a really big election season. So of course they're going to be after me big time. So, but I'm still trying to fight the gang stalkers and try to expose gang stalking to the world. So hopefully we can try to receive some justice. I'm still being hit with direct energy weapons and mind control technology. They've been trying to get me, but I've been trying to ignore it. When I lay down in this bed, I instantly pass out. I'm not tired, but I'll pass the fuck out. Sleep inducement. Popular Mechanics Magazine right there. Psycho electronic weapons effects. They did something to this computer. I don't know why. I didn't ask for that. They did something to this computer, but you're gonna see right here is where's sleep inducement? Somewhere sleep inducement is somewhere on this page. Yeah. But they'll make you pass out. I'm just telling you right now. They'll make you pass out. They've been trying to, for the last couple of days, they've been making me pass out. It would be like 10, not 10:30, but 9:30 at night. I'm playing a game on my phone and then I pass the fuck out. They've been trying to get me really, really bad. For what reason, I do not know. But this is more evidence to prove that gang stalking is real. Some of the stuff that you and I have experienced, especially when the last time I saw you back in 2010, Andre, this is some of the stuff that you was complaining about, but I didn't understand at the time. I understand now, and I am so sorry for what happened to the both of us. And I'm so sorry that I couldn't fight for you then. I'm trying to do the best way to get justice for us now, to get justice for you and me. I'm trying. But it's really hard because the psychological operation campaign that they have on YouTube makes, and other social media websites, makes it hard. Okay, it does. So we're gonna get into it right now. We're gonna get into one of these propagandas right now. But
we begin today's show.
She's a propagandist, by the way, but she's a propagandist of the left wing socialist movement. Okay, okay, we got 3 minutes. Stop doing that. Okay. Here it is right here. She talks about the ethnic cleaning they have around this area. I think Alex Jones talked about the same thing in Bergen. Okay. I think Alex Jones talked about the same thing. But the reason why I'm bringing this up, because you're going to see a lot of these fake-ass Christians, these fake Christians, and they're going to bring up a lot of these spirituality people, and they're all going to talk about gang stalking, how you part of the divine, but all these human rights violations, they completely ignore. They completely ignore the direct energy weapons, the mind control technology. They would completely ignore what happened in Lahaina. They would completely ignore all the stuff that happened with the Rona shots. They will ignore all the human rights atrocities in the last 50 freaking years, Andre. But yet they want you to believe that they're right, that you were part of the divine, that God got your back. They talk about Yahweh, the Christian God Yahweh, and they don't use the Christian name for it. They don't use Yahweh's name for a reason, because they don't want you Googling this dude, and you're going to find out that Yahweh was a Canaanite war god, no different than Ares, no different than Mars. I think Ares is Greek, Mars is Roman, basically the same god, different names. Yahweh is just a version of that dude, okay? It's just a different people's version of that dude, and Yahweh had a wife, and Yahweh was one god of many for this group. And then there was a cult, and they made that cult made him numero uno god, and that's how we got Yahweh, or the Christian religion now, several thousands of years later. Okay, and yet nobody wants to acknowledge that fact, but they want you to believe in the Christian God for some strange reason, because you're a gang stalking victim, and depending on who gang stalking you, you can be hit with direct energy weapons and mind control technology, even though they never bring it up. They never bring it up. They never bring that shit up, which gets on my nerves. This stuff, Popular Mechanics magazine, they never bring it up. So I had to, anyway. So this is another propagandist. She is one, but we ain't focusing on her. We're focusing on this another one, another fake gang stalking victim. But he is not one of these fake Christians. He's one of those spiritual people. I'm going to show you a trend. Man, okay, now look at his video. It's 1 minute and 41 seconds long. He says nothing about real gang stalking. None of these people ever do. They never say anything real about gang stalking. Besides, oh, they're looking at you. What else are they doing to you? Oh, well, they're looking at you. They're looking at me really, really angry. Yeah, what else are they doing to you, though? But they never mentions that. You saw Popular Mechanics magazine, Psycho-Electronic Weapons Effects. These people come and attack me all the time on the Expo Line train. They'll make me pass. They try to make me pass out on the train so they can steal my shit. They can dig in my stuff. Here, I lay in that bed right there. I instantly pass out. I'm not tired, but I'll pass out. I'm not tired. I don't know why, but it's Psycho-Electronic Weapons Effects. When I was watching Tucker Carlson back in the day, let's see what time it is. When I was watching Tucker Carlson back in the day, give me fake and implanted thoughts, fake and implanted emotions that Tucker Carlson was wrong, and try to encourage me not to watch Tucker Carlson. And I had to keep telling these people that Tucker Carlson was right. A whole bunch of stuff that Tucker Carlson ended up being completely right, but they did not want me to accept that Tucker Carlson was right. Okay, you see? See, they were trying to control me, because whoever doing this gang stalking, or who controlling the AI that's giving me these fake and implanted thoughts, these fake and implanted emotions, don't want me to watch Tucker Carlson for some strange fucking reason. Fuck you. I'll watch whatever the fuck I want to watch. Okay. It's crazy like that. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. Psychoelectronic weapons effects. Okay. All right. So let's see. We go back to this dude's video.
Man, you have a divine. They despise.
Okay, see, he ain't gonna say nothing. He's one of these, like I said, he's one of these spiritual people. He's not one of these fake Christians. He's one of those spiritual people. And you see the chosen one. They all use that chosen one moniker, but he's a spiritual one, and they all do the same thing though. It's positive affirmation scam. It's a positive affirmation scam. Okay, and it's big on TikTok.
You because of your energy. You live in love and light. You are a part of the divine, man. You have a divine gift, and a lot of people are envious of that because
he won't even say what the gift is, but they all say that they're gang stalking you because you're something special. No, nobody's gang stalking you because you're something special. Either you are easy target of convenience, easy target of opportunity. Either they want your man, they want your woman, they want your child, they want your apartment, they want your job. They don't like you because for whatever reason, they may be racist, they may be sexist, they may be homophobic, they may want to put you in a mind control program just to see what you do. They probably just want you, they psychopaths or sociopaths. They probably suffer from narcissistic personality, even though most of the gang stalking that I experience and other people I experience, the people doing it is not narcissistic. They just get paid. It's a paycheck. You just got flagged. These people gang stalking you because they're corrupt. They don't want their shit being exposed to the public, so they're being blackmailed to gang stalk you, or somebody paid them to gang stalk you. And that's because you're special. But they all will do this stupid shit. Oh, you special, that's why they gang stalking you. The fake Christians back in the day, like 2016, 2017, 2018, was talking about they gang stalking you because you have special DNA, you have a special phenotype, whole bunch of mess. But they're not saying that shit now in 2023. No, the fake psychological operation campaign that these people are doing is because you're some type of special, you're a chosen one. But nobody can explain why you're chosen one because of you being gang stalked. They can't say that. But no, it's the modus operandi in 2023, and it's been that way since 2021, is you're chosen one because you're special for some stupid reason that nobody can actually give an explanation to explain why.
you are a natural empath. You see through the illusions.
No, you could be a child. Andre, you was gang stalked as a child. They were hitting you with direct energy weapons. You were 6 years old. They gang stalked homeless people, druggies. I've seen it. They gang stalked easy targets of convenience and opportunity. Okay, you be rich or poor, but they usually gang stalk poor people.
They want you to.
Yeah, I'll see if I can bring this up real quick. Hopefully this doesn't freeze on me. Like I said, something is going on with my computer. Let's see if I can find this real quick. It's gonna be under desktop. Just hang on for a second. Okay, just hang on. You've seen this clip so many times before, but I'm gonna keep playing it because it's really, really freaking important. Where's that? Just hang on for a second. Sorry about this. There it is. Come on, play. Sorry about this. oh, she gay, she disliked the LGBT community. Well, I'm surprised she had got flagged yet. Anyway.
As one of them told me, who was involved in this, he said, we didn't want to do it on housewives in suburbia. We chose the people in society who could offer the least resistance and who would be least likely to expose it, or if they did expose it, it would be least likely to be believed.
Thousands of government-sponsored experiments did
okay. So you I'm gonna play one more time. They're not choosing you because you special.
As one of them told me, who was involved in this, he said, we didn't want to do it on housewives in suburbia. We chose the people in society who could offer the least resistance and who would be least likely to expose it, or if they did expose it, it would be least likely to be believed.
See, and that's why they go after me, because I'm poor, I was homeless, I still have a speech problem, and I got flagged by mental health back in the day, but yeah, that's why. I'm sorry. Sometime if you have anger issues or you grew up in the foster care system, they're gonna go after you too, because you're an easy target of convenience.
Continue to be blind. They want to continue to keep putting that one up over you, man. You know what I mean?
No.
That's on everything. So pay attention to the signs of synchronicities.
He didn't even list what signs he has seen. He just talks about nothing in his 1 minute and 41-second video, and they all do that.
It's a lot of stuff going on at this time, man. So that's why I always tell my people to please get out here and cleanse your aura.
When did the Christian, yeah, but he's more spiritual, but watch out. Sometimes they bring up that aura shit, and then they claim they're a Christian. Nobody was talking about auras in the
Please
Bible.
get out here in nature. That's why you always see me in nature. Please go burn your sage, and you understand that the spiritual warfare is getting turned up now as we speak, because a lot of us are rising. A lot of us are waking up to what's really going on.
But he's not saying anything for you to be woken up to, okay? He's not. Okay, let's look at his channel. I got it. This is a really good channel, by the way. But
Man,
let's look at
you
his
have a
channel.
divine gift, and a lot of people are envious.
Divine gift. Okay, they all say the same bullshit. Okay, you got a divine gift, but you haven't won the lottery yet. You probably will never win the lottery. Now, he's one of these types of people. You're gonna see he had a whole bunch of subscribers. He got okay amount of videos. But look at his views. It's usually around the same, like 3,000, 2.2 thousand views, 2.4 thousand views. This is not an extremely big channel, but these are the type of channels. These are the type of YouTube creators talking about that chosen one, that spirituality crap, and then they go to make this one video about gang stalking. You see? Just look at his views. Look at how short his videos are, and look at his views. This is Chris, the life coach, all over again. See, this is easy for you to do, and the system is going to automatically signal boost your videos, even though you don't talk about anything real at all. You will be surprised who is behind your spiritual warfare. He ain't gonna list names. He ain't gonna list groups, institutions, secret societies. Again, talking about the chosen one, talking about spirituality. DEA, I don't know what DEA is, your DNA. Okay, I guess he's doing a DNA thing. Oh, they gang stalking you because you got some special in your DNA, you got a special phenotype. See, you see this chosen one stuff? It's the same, look, just look. And he made one video that's 2 minutes and 8 seconds long and received this many views. Okay, signal boost. Okay, signal boost. You can tell. Okay, but you see that 12,200. Okay, 12,200 subscribers, 162 videos, and yet this is what happened to the rest of his subscribers 8 days ago. So what happened between 8 days ago when he was making these videos and what happened now? It's kind of weird. Okay, so let's go back. You'll find weird stuff with these people. Okay, so let's go back to this dude's video.
Of that because you are natural. Why you always see me in nature. Please go burn your sage and your Palo Santo and work with your crystals, man. It's very important at this time because spiritual warfare is getting turned up.
Okay, crystals ain't gonna do shit. I do believe that you have to have a lot of crystals to block frequencies. I'll make a video talking about frequencies. When they do hit you with frequencies, I know because I used to buy a lot of these crystals. They ended up stealing like $70 worth of crystals that I bought at Michael's. But I had one of these. Then I put the crystals on top of my head. A lot of these little teeny tiny crystals I got at Michael's. Then put a second one over it. So it became like a cap, a crystal cap. And that actually blocked some of these frequencies making you pass out. But you're going to need a lot of those crystals. But he just talking about wearing crystals on your heart or on your neck. No.
Up, family. I'm telling you, that's why lately you've been gang stalked.
No.
That's why lately you starting to be gang stalked, right? That's why lately you starting to be gang stalked, right? All of a sudden, everybody on your page, everybody want to know your business, everybody want to know where you going at, everybody want to know. You see what I'm saying?
No, I'm going to use Mark Dice's video, and I'm going to prove that what he's saying is completely bull crap. Everybody want to know your business. That's not gang stalking. That's not gang stalking. There's a reason why people be doing that, and they're not gang stalking. They're probably doing a harassment campaign, but it's not gang stalking. I don't see nothing about direct energy weapon in this whole videos or mind control technology. You can see. Let's see. Why do they do this shit? Why do they put the description tab button right here when the description? Look at that. Right there, like it's always been, and it shows up right here. But now some leftists at YouTube decided, let's scroll down, then push this button, and then it shows up here. Okay, I don't know.
Careful who you share information to. If you're going out of town, family, don't be posting all on Facebook talking about I'm out of town. I'm going to don't do that shit.
Okay, technically you shouldn't do that shit, but if you was really gang stalking you, depending on who gang stalking you, they already had that information anyway. Now I'm going to play Mark Dice's video. I'm going to play this one more time because he don't know what the F he's talking about.
Going out of town, family, don't be posting all on Facebook talking about I'm out of town. I'm going to don't do that shit. Trust and believe me, you better post that shit 2 days later. Don't be out here letting people know when you leave because that's what they want. They want to be able to figure out where you at so they know how to move. Always keep these people optimistic, man.
To launch 2 unprovoked illegal.
So here we are. Like I said, this is not theirs, and they deleted the clip of the North American Union. Project of a New American Century. Okay.
Wars, one against Iraq and the other against Afghanistan. However, 9/11 was a pretext for another war as well. The war against you. The Patriot Act, Homeland Security, the Military Tribunals Act, and other legislations are all completely designed to destroy your civil liberties and protect those in power. Currently in the United States, unannounced to most Americans, your home can be searched without a warrant, without you being home. You can in turn be detained indefinitely with no charges revealed to you, no access to a lawyer, and legally tortured, all under the suspicion that you might be a terrorist. If you need a painted picture of what is happening, let's recognize how history repeats itself. In February 1933, Hitler stated,
Okay, so we're gonna see, he doesn't know what he's talking about. If you're a real gang stalking victim, a real one, and depending on who gang stalking you, they already know where you're going. They can read your phone. They can hack your phone. They can hack your computer. They can hack your cars. I forgot what they call it is, but it's some type of box that the insurance company had once if you got in a car accident. It's kind of similar to a plane's black box, but you have it in your car. They already have that information. Or they can put tracking devices on you, or they can put tracking devices in your bag, in your shoes. They already know where you're going. He doesn't know what the F he's talking about. And you're gonna listen, I'm gonna prove to you that he doesn't know what the F he's talking about. He's one of those spiritual people. Now let's go to Mark Dice's video. This is gonna be I'm gonna try to skip most of it. But this is Mark Dice's video. It's really good. It's really, and you don't have to like Mark Dice, by the way. I do. And I know Mark Dice didn't cover everything, but he covers a lot in his videos. Okay. Okay.
Joe Rogan just killed
Even long before Edward Snowden detailed personal photos from your 30-year-old Edward Snowden fled the country to avoid imprisonment and was given asylum in Russia. And the cache of classified documents that he obtained revealed the shocking details of what COINTELPRO had morphed into. The Snowden leaks proved that the NSA was not just illegally conducting mass.
Okay, you remember COINTELPRO? None of these chosen one people, none of these spiritual people, none of these people mixing gang stalking and religion gonna even talk about COINTELPRO, and they sure as hell ain't gonna talk about Zerzetsong, nothing, or the other programs that they're doing around the world and have been caught doing around the world. Zerzetsong, right here. How people were spied upon. East German stuff. See, this gang stalking shit ain't spiritual. Never was and never will be spiritual. See, these fake gang stalking victims are going to get you in trouble, man. They're going to get you in trouble. See, Zerzetsong. After these poor German people had to survive Hitler, then they had to survive the communists under the Stasi. Over and over again. Okay, talk about some Jesus, you divine, Jesus Christ.
Even long before Edward Snowden detailed what's happening and provided the public with the actual names of the programs, some people knew about Echelon and Carnivore, although that doesn't make it any less disturbing. Carnivore monitors all internet traffic, by the way, and has since at least 1997. And long before that, Echelon, a SIG-INT collection system or signals intelligence, had been capturing and monitoring all electronic signals like telephone calls and satellite communications. There had been rumors of Echelon and its capabilities in the 1980s, and in 1983, intelligence expert James Banford discussed such technology in his book.
I wondered if in this dude's book, this security expert, this national security expert talked about, spirituality and witchcraft. No, he didn't. Okay, God darn.
The Puzzle Palace. Then, in 1998, the European Parliament published a report titled An Appraisal of Technologies of Political Control that showed the existence of the massive spy system, which would later be known as Echelon. This system is so powerful. For decades, and even today, some people don't believe that it's capable of doing what it does. Echelon monitors millions of phone calls in multiple languages at the same time and can actually pick out specific people's voices from among the millions of calls. This is called a voice print, and if a specific individual is targeted for whatever reason, if they talk...
You mean there's no witchcraft going? There's no witches going after them? No demons, no fallen angels, no ghouls, no ghoulies, no dark fairies or anything like that?
Talk on a phone, whether it's on a payphone, on the side of the street, or a complete stranger's cell phone. Within seconds, their voice print will be detected and the system will flag that conversation for further analysis. Equally amazing is Echelon's ability to detect strings of specific keywords from the millions of conversations occurring. For example, if two people are having a conversation and they use several words in succession that have been flagged by the system, then that conversation will be detected by Echelon for further analysis to determine whether or not the people were talking about a recent news event or if they're potentially dangerous individuals who are planning on, say, harming the president. Although if someone was planning something like that against President Trump, then they'd probably look the other way or reach out to them and offer their help. But that's a whole other story. Right. If this seems too complicated, then think again. Google can find a specific set of keywords out of the billions and billions of web pages in a fraction of a second after you search for them. Also, back in 2009, the Shazam app was released for iPhone that allows people to instantly identify the name of practically any song that they hear, whether it's on the radio or playing on a TV commercial. It doesn't matter if there's background noise or people talking while it's detecting the song, the app still works. The History Channel aired a show called Echelon, the most secret spy system, back in 2003, 20 years ago.
I wonder if the History Channel, talking about Echelon, did they talk about witchcraft and demons and the chosen ones? Probably not. But I'm not sure. But I have a sneaky suspicion they didn't talk about no chosen ones in this history document. It is history document documentary about spycraft. I'm pretty sure that they didn't talk about no gosh darn witchcraft, no demons, no chosen ones. Okay, and back in the day, the History Channel was somewhat credible back in the day. Okay,
That included interviews with James Bamford and even General Michael Hayden, the director of the National Security Agency at the time. A Canadian intelligence analyst who worked for Canada's equivalent of the NSA admitted this.
While I was at CSE, a classic example, a lady had been to a school play the night before, and her son was in the school play, and she thought he did a lousy job. Next morning, she was talking on the telephone to her friend, and she said to her friend something like this, "Oh, Danny really bombed last night." Just like that. The computer spit that conversation out. The analyst, erring on the side of caution, he listed that lady and her phone number in the database as a possible terrorist.
And you may recall in the 1998 thriller Enemy of the State, Gene Hackman's character makes a comment about this technology, saying this.
Fort Meade has 18 acres of mainframe computers underground.
that was a good movie.
You're talking to your wife on the phone, you use the word bomb, president, Allah, and you have 100 keywords. Computer recognizes it, automatically records it, red flags it for analysis. That was 20 years ago.
Most of the viewers thought that this was just a Hollywood fantasy, but the writer was obviously aware of Echelon, and a lot of the technology in Enemy of the State was based on actual systems. Obviously, Echelon is used for political spying and blackmail, but also industrial espionage as well.
Yes, yes. Like I said, depending on who gang stalking, you're going to find gang stalkers in the corporate. Now, this is 1216. I'm going to prove that these people talking about the chosen ones and gang stalking, the spirituality, gang stalking and religion, gang stalking and the paranormal, gang stalking the supernatural, don't know what the F they talking about, and they themselves are used as tools, part of a psychological operation campaign. No, I did not do the pyramid. I know everybody is sensitive about that with the hand symbols and the pyramid, but I'm going to prove to you that this dude was right all along. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think this is it. Very good video talking about gang stalking.
Okay, there's a few questions.
This is not it. Let's see if I can find it. Because I'm going to show you this first. C911. I know you've seen this. I'm going to keep playing it. I'm going to keep playing this video. I'm going to keep playing it.
Valentine's Day is typically associated with the sale. Partner who has been, completely screwed over and forced out of his company.
The company's specialty is revenge for hire, and it's not the only one.
It is our public duty to expose these people.
It's a burgeoning new industry, hiring someone to right your wrongs. Whether you feel you've been unfairly dumped, canned, or disrespected.
And they do it in a variety of ways, from bombarding your offender with unrelenting, menacing texts or phone calls to putting an ad in the paper about their alleged indiscretions, or much, much worse.
Nefarious Jobs offers 9 packages aimed, the company advertises, at making the lives of your enemies hell. For $3,000, the Eviscerator focuses on ruining one facet of the person's life, like her marriage. And then there's Total Annihilation, which for $10,000 does exactly as the name suggests.
Well, when people feel like they're getting harmed or even socially rejected, the natural instinct is to want to right a wrong.
Psychologist Dr. Barbara Greenberg says the act of revenge actually activates the pleasure center of the brain.
Nobody cares. Okay, wait. Did that tonguey thing.
After a graphic alligator attack in
Did you see that thumbnail? They did that tonguey thing. That's the one that you showed of her.
It wasn't painless. Her mom would stop by to see her grandkids. When she didn't show up Thursday evening and Friday morning, Doris knew something wasn't right. Hours later, FWC and Largo PD received multiple
I saw
calls
more of
from
that
people
tongue thing. They keep doing that tongue thing. I don't know what that tongue thing means.
It was
selfless, 100% selfless.
You're gonna see more of that tongue thing.
But it didn't matter. She'd give you the last piece of food on her.
Valentine's Day is typically associated.
Okay, let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find it here. Sorry about that. I got a smaller screen. It goes with history, contract. See that tongue thing right there? Okay. Yep, they got rid of it. Yep. Okay. We go to watch later. Yeah. Yep. I'll just hang on for a second. I'm gonna press this button. So Mark Dice was right about corporate espionage, corporate gang stalking, workplace mobbing. It all ties to the same thing. It's just that gang stalking, you being hit with direct energy weapons and mind control. But here it is.
One particular profile. If you're in corporate America right now, I guarantee you're going to get corporate gang stalkers. And that is the whole point of it, that they have people in all levels of society, all ethnicities and socioeconomic backgrounds, and they can activate them one by one and group by group wherever you are in the country. And unfortunately, if you're on the wrong side of that, you have access to none of those resources, and you are looked at as an outcast and an outsider. And
you are basically looked upon as garbage. That's why you need to stop thinking that gang stalking is fucking spiritual or religious. Or you can believe in Jesus in jail. Many people do. While you're outside, while you still have some type of freedom, you better start getting your freaking camera out. Get your freaking camera out and start recording these people. I can't, like, I need to get a longer, bigger camera and start recording the people who I believe breaking into this apartment. I'm trying to record water damage. I'm recording all types of physical damage in this apartment because I know what's going to go down. And these mother effers stole one of my phones last year. And on that phone was a whole bunch of big ace in the holes, arrows in my quiver. But I didn't think they would steal my phone. Now, according to what happened, psychoelectronic weapons effects, as you saw in the video, psychoelectronic weapons effects, I got a fake implanted voice to skull, or was it a fake thought? I have no idea. But something told me that they were going to steal my phone. And hot damn, I was at the Houston George Bush's airport, and hot damn, they stole my phone. They stole my phone. And they didn't steal the other phones that I had. They didn't steal the other phones. They stole that particular phone that had all of the aces on it. That proved that a lot of this gang stalking stuff was real. I had stuff from Metro, LA Metro, their little security agency, gang stalking me, harassing me. I had people who do the management of this building, not the management, but the people who manage this property, one of the employees blamed me for water damage in the bathroom. Now, this person couldn't account for why is there water damage underneath the sink, underneath the floorboard, on the subfloor. What you probably don't know, if you're new to this video, somebody busted holes on the exterior wall of this building. Here, I'll show you. I gotta be careful how I do this thing. I gotta be careful on, cause I don't. Okay, hold on. Okay, hopefully it still records. Hopefully it's still recording. But blah blah blah. Hopefully you see that. Do you see that? Oh, I don't want to drop this computer. But hopefully you see that. You see that? See, somebody busted holes on the exterior wall of the building. Right there. Someone busted a big old motherfucking holes. Okay. So hopefully you see that. Hang on, it'll be right back. I'm coming back. Hopefully you see that. So that makes me paranoid about this building, because not only did these people cause damage within your apartment, and I get blamed for it, but yet it's hard for me to leave this apartment because I know that somebody's gonna come up in here and do damage to this building when I'm not here. It just is really bad. And then, of course, every single year, somebody decided to conspire against me to get me kicked out of this apartment. So I'm constantly paranoid about who is going to come in and do damages, and then how I'm going to get blamed for it, and it's just how these people are going to try to get me kicked out of this apartment. But I've just been dodging, bobbing and weaving, dodging, parrying all types of attacks. And these people do want me to be homeless. They want me homeless again. Period. I'm not paranoid. I can prove it. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can minimize this. But everything that this dude says right here in this video is absolutely true. This is Brian Confron. Absolutely 100% true. All right, so let's go back to Mark Dice's video.
Even long before Edward Snowden detailed what's happening and provided the public with the actual names of the programs, some people knew about Echelon and Carnivore, although that doesn't make it any less disturbing. Carnivore monitors all internet traffic, by the way, and has since at least 1980 on a German company called Enercon in order to steal their trade secrets that they were using to build wind turbines. A Belgian company called Lernout and Hospi had trade secrets stolen from them by American intelligence operatives involving speech recognition technology they were working on because their executives were being illegally monitored by Echelon as well. You can imagine how else this system can be abused. Deep state operatives could look for keywords spoken from specific people to determine if they were aware of a sensitive issues.
And you can see there's no demon, right? There's no demon, there's no spirit child. No spirit child. Nothing involved like that is in this, okay? Gang stalking is not spirit child. It's not spiritual. There's nothing religious about gang stalking. Gang stalking has nothing to do with the paranormal. Gang stalking has nothing to do with the supernatural. Gang stalking has nothing to do with no tarot cards and no chosen ones, okay? Hopefully I don't get flagged by using Mark Dice's video.
They could easily implement the search for keywords for the Bilderberg Group, the Bohemian Grove, or cross-reference them with the voice prints of every member of Congress so that if any of them were to mention these words during a telephone conversation, then that conversation could be flagged and later analyzed to see what exactly they're saying about such groups and maybe give them a little talk to encourage them to cease and desist. George Orwell wrote in 1984 that, quote, every citizen, or at least every citizen important enough to be worth watching, could be kept for 24 hours a day under the eyes of the police. Is a certain senator planning on raising the issue of the Bilderberg Group on the floor of this? However, and if you want to hear, is in the books, as clear as...
Okay, so we'll see if I can find the stuff about what's going on with the YouTubers. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed that part, but I'm going to go back to this dude right here. Now, like I said, look at this dude's channel and look at his videos. All these subscribers. He was really big 8, 9, 10 days ago. Then dropped off. But you see, this dude is not a really, really big YouTuber, okay? He ain't talking about anything important. His videos are not long. He's not showing actual credited information that he can go talk to the public, proving that the gang stalking is real, proving that the targeted individuals that what we go through, real gang stalking victim, real targeted individuals, what we go through is real. He ain't proving anything of that. Let's go to gang stalking on YouTube. Okay, we had these fake people right here. They ain't talking about gang stalking. We know Dr. Grande don't talk about gang stalking. This is the biggest YouTuber that I've seen yet that talked about the issue of gang stalking, but claimed that we all crazy. All right, this is the biggest one so far. Okay, and you see all that stuff about narcissism. Okay. Yep. So you understand the psychological operation campaigns. Now you see what real gang stalking victims go through. And then, of course, we know Terry Joe Jr. don't talk about real gang stalking. But let's go to his channel. Okay, I'll do a video exposing him, another one, because he's back. But you see, around the same type of views, man. These are not really big. You see, these are not really big YouTubers. They always will get around these in the low thousands. But they will use them to mix gang stalking and something. This gang stalking is chosen one scam. They would use these people, and of course they talk about narcissists, but they would never talk about real gang stalking with the direct energy weapons and the mind control technology. You see, I think 6.4 thousand views is the highest he's gotten in the last month. Okay, so you're seeing this. Okay. Of course, you're going to talk about how you're special. That's why they're gang stalking you. No, you're just an easy target of convenience and opportunity. Okay, so let's go back to Mark Dice, because this is going to be relevant.
Man, you have a divine gift, and a lot of people are envious of that because
That
you
is
are
not
natural.
true. Okay, so let's go back to Mark Dice.
J. Edgar Hoover was the infamous director of the FBI and its predecessor organizations. But that wasn't what the establishment wanted, and it was disrupting the social order. Agents involved in the program did a lot of illegal, underhanded, and dirty tricks to disrupt their targets, including mailing forged letters to leaders of organizations, claiming to be from someone else with accusations that someone's wife was cheating on them, illegal wiretaps, spreading false and slanderous rumors about people, frame-ups, vandalism, and more were common tactics still used by the deep state today, of course. In 2013...
Okay, now... I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to the Greg Reese video. Let's see if I can find band.video. Was probably just quicker if I just do this. Okay. I'm going to move this computer over. Okay. Greg Reese. Where's Greg Reese? There's Greg Reese. So you understand where I'm going. Targeted individuals, Greg Reese.
So just spread the word.
Okay.
The Havana Syndrome, when diplomats in Cuba were attacked with directed energy weapons, and they have the scars to prove it. As far back as Nano gave a lecture on the late...
Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
In 2012, NSA whistleblower William Binney reported that the feds are conducting comprehensive surveillance on nearly every U.S. citizen and targeting...
I'm pretty sure they're doing a lot more than that. I'm trying to find it. It's basically what Dr. John Hall was talked about in that clip with with the engineer David Knight, about how these people can just F up all your communication.
Whomever they please. In 2014, Glenn Greenwald exposed the methods used to target individuals, such as hacking into people's social media accounts, posing as that person, and contacting their friends and coworkers. TargetedJustice.com is...
You see, so this stuff is well known. But of course, people like the dude that I talked about and Terry Joel Jr., of course, these people right here, we'll go back to my library because somehow this just disappeared. But of course, people like this dude right here ain't gonna talk about that.
You are a natural empath. You see through the illusions. And they want you to continue to be blind. They want to continue to...
He don't know what the F he's talking about. Let him go. He's one of... Okay. Now let's go back to Mark Dice. Let's go back to Mark Dice. My ear itches. Okay.
2013, word spread like wildfire around the world that a former NSA contractor with a high-level security clearance had stolen thousands of classified documents detailing the technical capabilities of the National Security Agency. 30-year-old Edward Snowden fled the country to avoid imprisonment and was given asylum in Russia. And the cache of classified documents that he obtained revealed the shocking details of what COINTELPRO had morphed into. The Snowden leaks proved that the NSA was not just illegally conducting mass surveillance of Americans and virtually everyone around the world without warrants and clearly violating the Fourth Amendment, but they also proved the government's protocols extended far beyond ordinary eavesdropping or the internet in any way. Drives could be accessed even if the computer tops are routinely intercepted by UPS during shipment after being purchased from online retailers like Amazon and then fitted with special hardware, including microcellular modems so that their hard drives could be accessed even if the computers aren't connected to Wi-Fi or the internet in any way. This operation is called interdiction, by the way. We also learned that the government has the ability to manipulate online polls on websites, a program called Underpass. They restrict YouTube videos from going viral or have them removed for phony terms of service violations. That program is called Silverload. And if they want, they can make certain videos receive tons of views and give the appearance that they've gone viral. That's codename Slipstream. They intercept millions of webcam feeds and scam the people chatting over them with facial recognition systems to identify them. That's Operation Optic Nerve. They collect nudes and other compromising photos of people so that they can be blackmailed or publicly humiliated by releasing them. They call that love int or love intelligence. And
okay, so I'm going to bring up Dr. John Hall. Hold on. I'm going to bring up Dr. John Hall because it goes a lot further than that. It goes a lot further than that. But of course, Mark Dice was just talking about a quick overview of it. There it is, Love Inc. Okay. This thing on my computer is slow. Really slow. Computer's really slow.
Admitted that several NSA agents were using NSA technology to target love interest. And it was happening so frequently that instead of HUMINT for humans intelligence or SIGINT for signals intelligence, that they actually have one that they refer to as love int. And these were agents that were actually targeting either girls they saw or met that wanted to watch them, or ex-spouses or current spouses with NSA technology. And it's happening frequent enough that it's called love int.
Well, it's always like any technology. It could be used for good or it could be used for evil. I don't know if there's any good use for putting voice.
Okay. So we kind of understanding, we kind of getting the gist that people like this dude right here. Why does this keep disappearing from my this little thing right here? Let's keep disappearing. All right, let's go back. Let's go. Like this, we getting the head. This dude don't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Do not listen to this man.
Be blind. They want to.
Do not listen to this man. He's gonna get you messed up. Anybody talking about gang stalking the chosen one, gang stalking in religion, gang stalking spirituality, gang stalking the supernatural are going to get you messed up. This dude is going to get you messed up. Okay, so if you want to watch, let's go back to Mark Dice.
2013, word spread like wildfire around the world. This power is so incredible that they can also Underpass. They restrict YouTube videos from going viral or have them removed for phony terms of service violations. That program is called Silverload. And if they want, they can make certain videos receive tons of views and give the appearance that they've gone viral. That's codename Slipstream. They intercept millions of webcam feeds and scam the people chatting over them with facial recognition systems to identify them. That's Operation Optic Nerve. They collect nudes and other compromising photos of people so that they can be blackmailed. Of course, this is all done under the umbrella of national security. Edward Snowden confirmed that the government has what he called turnkey tyranny power, and with the flip of a switch, they could target anyone anywhere in the world. Not only can they physically locate you and bug you through cell phones and webcams in the area, but the deep state operatives can find out everything about a target from your most intimate communications sent through text messages or emails to stealing your personal photos from your phone or your cloud storage, to uncovering health problems, shopping habits, eating habits, political views, friends, family, acquaintances, personal finances, gun ownership, etc., etc. This power is so incredible that no man can resist.
Yep. Okay, so we're gonna go back to this dude right here. Let's see. Okay. Okay. We're going back to my library. So this dude right here doesn't know what the F he's talking about.
They want to continue to keep. Why lately you been gang stalked? That's why lately you starting to be gang stalked, right? All of a sudden, everybody on your page, everybody want to know your business, everybody want to know where you going at, everybody want to know. You see what I'm saying? Because they trying to keep tabs on you so they can figure out how to come in. They want to try to come in. You know what I'm saying? So please be careful of who you share information to.
Now, yes, some depending on who gang stalking you, they want to keep tabs on you so that you can become an easy target. But this is what I'm trying to say. He don't know what the F he's talking about. They already got that information. You just heard Mark Dice at Edward Snowden, and I want to see if I can find another video talking about Edward Snowden from 2014. Hold on.
Out of town, family. Don't be posting all on Facebook talking about I'm out of town. I'm going to. No, don't do that shit. Trust and believe me. You better post that shit 2 days later. Don't be out here letting people know when you leave, because that's what they want. They want to be able to.
But they already know the information that you're leaving. They can, depending on who gang stalking you, they can get it off of your phone. This is the old Stingray technology. Sting, okay. Game spell Sting. Stingray. I wasn't even on YouTube. Okay. Stingray technology. And like I said, this is
They
really
want to continue
old.
to keep putting that one up over you, man. You know what I mean? That's on everything. So pay attention to the signs of synchronicities.
Stingray, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
It's a lot of stuff going on at this time, man. So
he's talking about spiritual warfare here. And this is old as, I'm pretty sure they got better technology than that.
Whether you're here, or at one of these, it doesn't matter. This can find you. The common name, Stingray. Technically, a cell site simulator. First developed for military use, it's made its way into local law enforcement. It can track a person down to the room they're in if they have their cell phone on them. Stingrays turn these into homing devices. And that's just the beginning.
These are tracking devices. This is emitting a signal. This is GPS.
Mike Mino with the North Carolina branch of the ACLU.
Oh, and we know the ACLU had turned into little dirty leftist buttholes. But they're talking about the technology. If you're a real gang stalking victim, they're talking about the technology. If you're a real gang stalking victim, it's gone inside you now. And they can read your brain patterns and track you that way.
So I'm at USC. Obviously, you can look at me. I'm not using. I'm being hit with a direct energy weapon right there. So let me face it this way. Oh, the sun is bothering my face. The sun's bothering me in my face, but I just do it like this so you can see USC. So what's going on is, for the last couple of days, I've been trying to find out what happened to the articles, the news articles, talking about a special military, advanced military ink. And this ink, if you put it on something, this ink can be seen by satellites in space. This used to be everywhere back in the day, and now in the year 2023, I can't find this special ink. But this ink, it has like some type of properties. But like I told you, it can be seen from space. So if you got some type of this military ink on you, this military paint on you, the satellites can track you. Also, you got those AirPods, those Apple Pods, whatever. That a lot of people are using those pods, and they're small enough and they're thin enough. They are using these pods, these Apple Pods, to track people. And one of the people high up in the LAPD got caught doing it, allegedly got caught doing it. But what Dr. John Hall said back in the day, they don't have to buy these big old boxes anymore. They can just get one of those Apple things, you know. They can just get one of those Apple things and track you that way. So when you had all these people talking about it's spiritual, no, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Okay, the technology.
A scandal at the top of the LAPD, a high-ranking official who reports directly to Chief Michael Moore under investigation tonight.
Assistant Chief Al Labrada is accused of stalking a subordinate, a female officer with whom he had a romantic relationship. Mary Beth McDade live with the latest on an explosive internal investigation. Mary Beth.
Yes, and Micah, sources tell us that she found that Apple AirTag inside of a waterproof plastic box, also known as a Pelican box. They say she then took that tracking device and went and filed a police report. Sources tell us LAPD Assistant Chief Albert Labrada put an Apple tracking device on his ex-girlfriend's car to monitor her whereabouts. The ex-girlfriend is also an LAPD officer. The two apparently broke.
Yeah, and exactly.
Right.
Accused
so
of
now we're accused of being schizophrenic if we hear voices, but we know that there's some reality of that.
But you know, it's not too far of a stretch if they have computers big enough to collect all the data on our text, on our cell, and on our emails. And then it came to light that they admitted that several NSA agents were using NSA technology to target love interest. And it was happening so frequently that instead of HUMINT for humans intelligence or SIGINT for signals intelligence, that they actually have one that they refer to as LOVEINT. And these were agents that were actually targeting either girls they saw or met that wanted to watch them, or ex-spouses or current spouses with NSA technology. And it's happening frequent enough that it's called LOVEINT.
Well, it's always like any technology. It can be used for good or it can be used for evil. I don't know if there's any good use for putting voices in people's heads, but certainly what this...
This is Megan. Hey there, Megan. Hey. She's about to be one of the world's newest grinders, people who biohack their bodies with implants for extra human abilities. So, are you ready?
I am ready.
Okay, let's do this.
And Seattle biohacking pioneer Emil Grafstra is the man with the steady hands implanting this.
Oh, there it goes.
A chip for radio frequency identification, or RFID.
So the ultimate goal is to get everybody in this world chipped with the RFID chip, and have all money be on those chips and everything on those chips. And if anybody wants to protest what we do or violate what we want, we just turn off the chip.
So how far will the sickness of power go? To what lengths will those in control go in order to maintain and preserve their positions?
We have a Florida family who are really pioneers in a brave new world. They have volunteered to be the first ever to have microchip identification devices implanted into their body.
After 9/11, I was really concerned with the security of my family.
I wouldn't mind having something planted permanently in my arm that would identify me.
George Orwell, in his famed and possibly prophetic work, 1984, stated, "Power is not a means, it is an end. The object of persecution is persecution. The object of torture is torture. The object of power is power." Today, symptoms of a surveillance society continue to grow, as irrational fears of invisible enemies, coupled with rising economic instability, spread across the globe. It is under this guise of security that we can foreshadow a world where everyone is tracked, everyone is on camera, and everyone is subordinated. The most incredible aspect of all, such totalitarianism would likely not be forced upon the people, rather the people will demand it. For the social manipulation of society through the generation of fear and division has completely inhibited the culture.
Deep breath.
I'm at the library, as you can see, but according to Dr. Robert Duncan, there's other ways to track and trace you. They can track and trace you by your biofrequencies. They can track and trace you through your EEG. There was rumors that they can trace you by your DNA frequency back in the day. Private investigator Roger Tolis talked about that. back in the day, like I said earlier, they were trying to put tracking devices in your body, and they was on the news trying to make it seem cool to have a tracking device as small as a grain of rice in your freaking hand, so you can open up the window, open up the doors. You know, they thought everybody was stupid, and all I had to do was just market it like that, and people will do it. So they have many different types of way of tracking and tracing you. Okay. So, like, be careful of the people talking about gang stalking and spirituality, gang stalking religion, gang stalking and the paranormal, supernatural, all that crap. They don't know what the F they talking about. They don't know what the F they talking about. All right, I love you, Andre P.
I'm not going to get into that right now. But like I said before, you need to watch out because he doesn't know.
They want to continue
These
to keep putting.
spiritual people don't know what the F they talking about, and they're going to get you in trouble because they don't prove anything. They don't prove anything. I have done more evidence to prove that this dude doesn't know what the F he's talking about than what he done in his whole freaking channel. Okay? Talking about spiritual battles and the crap. No, it ain't no freaking spiritual battle. Yeah, you will see how he was promoted. The same thing with Terry Joel Jr. The same thing with Chris, the life coach. Let me see if I can. Chris. Okay, Chris, the life coach. Where's Chris, the life coach? Okay. The Christ, Chris. See? Same thing with this dude right here. Doesn't say anything. Doesn't say anything in his videos. Can't prove anything in his videos. He just do the positive affirmation crap because that's what people want to hear, and the videos are easy to make. And he gets a cash out. How about the other videos? See, nothing. Now look at his videos for a while. His video was no more than like 2-3 minutes long. This was before I started to, really starting to look into his videos. Nothing. Look. Spiritual warfare, and most of his videos for the longest time was like shorter than 5 minutes, man. See, they jealous of you. Never remove your crown. They're in denial, chosen one. They mad at you. You're the blueprint. Positive affirmation, paganism crap. How about, let's see what this female right here, this woman right here. Let's go back to my channel, and you see this one. On which, okay, you see this one, same one. Look at her channel. Ain't talking about nothing. Okay, know your worth. Chocolate diamond. Okay, she ain't talking about nothing in her videos. Okay, celebrity witchcraft, gang stalking and witchcraft. Okay, 5.4 thousand subscribers. Okay, now you see. Okay, so now you understand what I'm talking about. They promoting these people. These people are being astroturfed. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is not wag the dogs, kind of, but this is astroturf. This is a psychological operation campaign. These people are not real. They're mixing gang stalking, whatever crap, whatever spiritual new age paganism crap that they want to, and it's not that. What gang stalking, real gang stalking is real. Depending on who gang stalking, you're gonna be hit with direct energy weapons and mind control technology. Okay. I know this is a really long video, and you're going to see several of the stuff that I already posted before on other videos, but I have to because there's always somebody new watching my video. Not a lot of new people watch my video, but there's some are. So Mark Dice, another good video from Mark Dice again. Another good one. Let's see if we can bring up Mark Dice. Which that's gang stalking you. By the way, I am completely ashamed of how I acted in this video. I do not mean to act like that. I'm completely ashamed. Even though she insulted me in a comment, I should have never acted like that in this video right here. I am ashamed of that. even though she is completely lying in her video. Let's see if I can go back to my television. The screen is broken on this computer, so I have a smaller monitor. My computer is broken. I have no idea what's going on, but here it is. So Mark Dice.
And resist abusing it, and it's how
This is Mark Dice.
Joe
Completely
Rogan
right.
just killed.
Mark Dice, completely right. Again.
Resist him.
And I know a lot of people don't like Mark Dice. You don't have to. Mark Dice is not going to go too deep in it. In these videos, you can buy his book and see if he goes deeper, further into these topics. But this is a completely short overview of what's been going on. Mark Dice was completely correct. This dude is completely right. Congratulations to Mark Dice on another excellent and informative video.
This was investigated privately.
Congratulations to Mark Dice, is what I'm trying to tell you. Really good stuff right there. Okay, really good stuff. So I'm going to lead the video like how I usually lead the video. Let's bring up Dr. John Hall.
Inundated with voicing the same.
Okay, I'm gonna set it up. Sorry about that. And see, stuff constantly be disappearing. Okay, just hold on for a second. I'll see if I can edit out this part. But I just want to say, Andre, I am sorry for what happened to us. I'm sorry about that I wasn't a strong enough mother to stand by you while this was happening to us. And I'm so sorry about that. And I am. And these people fucked us over. But I'm trying to get justice for us. And I hope to God that your dad raised you to be a very good-looking, strong, morally good man. Because I couldn't do it. And I'm so sorry about that.
Inundated with thousands of other people
sorry, Andre.
voicing the same complaints of organized stalking, of directed energy weapons attacks, burning, twitching, severe headaches, blurred vision, as well as hearing the voices of their perpetrators in their head or in their surroundings while they're being attacked.
Wow. Well, let me go down the list of some of these that I came up with. We've got DARPA has a sonic projector that was reported on in 2007. Of course, it had been around for quite some time before then. Army has something they call voice to skull. We got the Air Force using microwaves to create sounds at Brooks Air Force Base. We've got the Marine Corps with their Medusa project. We've got the State Department, as reported by the Washington Post in 2005, working on voices implanted in people's heads. We've got a couple of companies, one that has patented something called hypersound. That's American Technologies. Has also got Holosonic Research Labs, also has a patented version. So the military-industrial complex has been all over this. When you see something this wide, this is not just one little research project from one organization. And this is something that 5, 10 years ago, it was being reported on in even
Well, you already seen the video. You know where to find it. I want to say I love you, Andre. I'm your mom, and I'm sorry that I didn't get a chance to raise you after the age of that you were 6. When you were 6 years old, that's the last time I saw you, and that was in 2010. And I just wanted to say I'm sorry. You and I were gang stalking victims. You and I were gang stalking victims. I don't know who attacked our family, but I am so sorry for what happened to us. And I hope to God that these gang stalkers are not messing with you as you grow up to be a man. You have to be in your 20s now. Yeah, you have a birthday coming up. So you have to be you had to be 20 years old. Congratulations, Andre. And I think about you all the time, and I'm so sorry about what happened to us. Hopefully, your dad raised you to be a good man. I don't know about that chick Mocha. The last time I had any contact with your dad was talking about marrying a chick named Mocha. I have no idea who she was, but hopefully she was a good mother and that you didn't grow up abused or any type of way. That's what I'm hoping for, but I am sorry about what happened to us. And hopefully these gang stalkers are not attacking you like you did when you were 6 years old and they left you alone. That's one of the reasons why I stayed away. It's because I didn't want you to be targeted, because these gang stalkers will go harder on males than females. All right. I love you, Andre. You have a good day.